Hello everybody, Tammy DiLorenzo from the Catholic Diocese Office of Finance. Once again bringing you some information and update on some federal laws that have passed. This one passed late last week and it's commonly called the CARES Act. And first of all, let me say you would have received an email late yesterday afternoon from Bishop Kinnaman's office, and it includes a letter from the bishop explaining to y'all how important this new law can be and how it will help the finances of our parishes and schools. So let me go over that with you for just a little bit. This CARES Act provides something very important to us, and you'll be getting this in an email as well. And part of the CARES Act provides what is called Paycheck Protection Program. And it comes to you in the form of a loan that is backed by the Small Business Administration. And it is based on the amount of payroll that you have been providing. Now I'm going to go over that with you in just a little bit. But the important thing about this loan is that if you spend it for payroll and other eligible expenses, then this loan is completely forgiven at the end of its term. So it is very, very, very important that all of our parishes and schools and other locations apply for this loan. So what I'm going to do now is go over the application process with you, because what we want is we want every parish and school to fill out this form and then send it back to us. So let's look at the application itself. My first recommendation to you is that, first of all, when you receive this application form via email that we're going to be sending to you, you print this form out and then write on the application everything that you need to. Now, if your computer has the capability of filling in on Adobe Forms, then you will actually be able to type on the form itself. My computer has that capability, yours may not. If your computer doesn't have that capability, then we're going to ask you to fill the application out and scan it into your computer and then email it to us. We will fill the program in based on the application that you provide to us. So now let's walk through the application. The application itself is 2 pages. And then it has another 2 pages that is actually information about the application. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start up here at the top and go over the line items with you. So you will check up here, not for profit. Okay? Now, like I said, my computer allows it to fill in. If you put your cursor on that and click it and it doesn't fill in, then you know you're going to need to print the form out and just write on the form and scan it in and send it to us. Okay? So right here, I'm going to fill in Catholic Diocese of Biloxi. Now, we don't have a DBA or a trade name, so I'm not going to fill that in. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to put my address in, and then I am going to put my business tax identification number. Now, if you're not sure where to find out what your business tax identification number is, you can look on copies of your W-2 forms that you've submitted to the IRS or any 1099 forms that you have submitted to the IRS. So If you don't know what that is, though, please call me. Here at the Chancery office, we have a listing of all the business tax identification numbers of all of our locations, and we'll be happy to provide that information to you. The next line item that you're going to fill in is going to be the business phone number, and then you're going to fill in the address. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put Biloxi, Mississippi, 39532. I'm going to put me as the primary contact here. Most likely, I would say you would need to put the pastor's name. Sorry, I did that wrong. Okay, I'm going to put my name, and then I'm going to put my email address. Now, the next thing that I want to show you, there's some blocks down here, and this is where you're actually going to calculate how much loan you are eligible for. Now, let me share this with you. There is another video on how to do these calculations, so I'm not going to go over that in full right now. But what I'm going to do is put in here that I'm just putting a number in. Let's say my average monthly payroll is $1,000, and so my loan amount is 2.5 times that, so my loan amount would be $2,500. Let's say that of that, that's 4 jobs. Now, we're going to give you information on how to calculate the number of jobs. We're going to give you information on how to calculate your monthly payroll and your loan amount. Generally speaking, then you're going to select how you're going to spend this loan. You're going to spend it on payroll. If your parish is paying a bank note on the construction of your building, any interest that you pay on that is eligible. So in that case, you can click mortgage interest. Everyone has utilities, so what you want to do is make sure that you click on utilities. And I would just leave it at that. Now, the next line items, this is where you have to enter information about the applicant's ownership. Now, as you know, in our churches and our schools, we don't have owners on that, so you won't fill in anything there. Then we're going to come down to these questions. Hopefully, all of these questions are going to be no, but we'll see. The first question is the business or owner suspended, debarred, or proposed for debarment, declared ineligible, or excluded from participation in this transaction by any federal department or agency or involved in any bankruptcy? Well, the answer to that is going to be no. Has the business or its owners ever obtained a direct or guaranteed loan from the SBA that is currently delinquent or has defaulted? Well, we know the answer to that is no as well. Is the business or any owner an owner of other businesses that have common management? We're going to say no here. And then, has your business received an economic disaster loan? And the answer to that is going to be no as well. So next we're going to go down underneath to the next questions. Are you presently subject to an indictment, criminal information, arraignment, or other means by which formal criminal charges are brought against you? The answer to that is no. Then we're going to answer the next question, which is also a question about any legal issues. And of course, that's going to be no as well. Now, this is the only place where we may have a little bit of a difference on here. And generally speaking, it's going to be I am a U.S. citizen. In the case of a parish that has an order priest, contact me for any further information, and we're going to see what we need to do here. So now we've finished with page 1 of this application. This page you actually will need to print out and initial and sign. So this is going to be the pastor or the principal who is going to be the signature on these questions. So here's the questions, and this is what you are certifying to the bank that you are asking for this loan from. Current economic uncertainty makes this loan request necessary to support the ongoing operations of the applicant. And of course the applicant is the church or the school. These funds will be used to retain workers, and so you will sign here, and then you will do the same with all of these other questions. The funds used to retain workers and maintain payroll will be used to retain workers and maintain payroll or make mortgage payments, lease payments, and utility payments. Now, as I told you in the beginning, this loan is forgiven if it's used for the proper types of expenses. And that's what you're certifying on here, that you're going to use this loan for those types of expenses. Then you're going to say documentation verifying the number of full-time equivalent employees on payroll, as well as the dollar amount of payroll cost, covered mortgage interest, covered rent, and covered utilities will be provided to the lender. And that is another video that we will be sharing with you along with the video on how to fill out the application. Then we're also certifying loan forgiveness will be provided for the sum of the documented payroll costs, the covered mortgage interest, rent payments, and utilities, and so forth. So during the period beginning February 15th and ending on December 20th, the applicant has not or will not receive another loan under this program, and that is true. Then you're going to certify that you've provided all of the supporting documents and that they are true and accurate. You're going to acknowledge that the lender will calculate the eligible amount using the tax documents that you submit, and you verify that those tax documents are the same as the ones that you've submitted to the IRS. Then you will sign, and then you will print. If you're doing this online, it's going to ask you to configure your digital ID. So you're going to click on that. And I'm not going to go through all of that process right now. And then you will date it. Then you will print your name and put your title on here. Now the next lines down are signatures of owners of the business, and we don't have that. So what we will need you to do is fill out these 2 pages of forms based on the information that I have given you in this video, and we have 2 other videos that will help you to fill out the form. One of the videos will be on how to calculate your full-time equivalent employees. That's the number that you're going to put here. And the other one is going to be how to calculate your average monthly payroll. So I hope this has helped. As always, please know that we are here to help you and guide you through this. If you can fill out this loan document online, we ask that you do that and then email it back to us. If you cannot fill it out online, then please print it out, fill it out, pen and paper, and then scan it and email it back to us like that, and then we will fill it in a fillable form. Thank you so much for your attention to this. I know it's a lot of information. Please know that we will give you a hand with any of this that you need help with. God bless.